Movies are great, aren't they? To me, there's no greater form of escapism than film. For an art form that's only been around for more than 100 years, it's easily our favourite form of storytelling. But you see, the thing about movies as an art form is that some people don't really agree on that point, mainly the former. The art of filmmaking is one that is often discussed by the dreaded film critic, who, like any critic, spends their time looking at the many faults and flaws of other people's work. And the film critic often asks themselves the question, what makes a film art? Which is, granted, a very important question. Film is an art form, but that doesn't mean that every movie can be considered art. Can you really consider movies like Mission Impossible or Mad Max works of art? Many people would say no, but are they really trying to be? In my eyes, there's a common split between movies. Movies that are made to be art and movies that are meant to be entertainment. And there's always been an argument over which one is better. On one hand, you have the art side, which consists of movies that are made to say something, where the director utilizes the medium of film to express themes and meaning through visuals, imagery, sound, and acting. In short, movies that win Oscars for stuff like Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Director. On the other hand, we have movies that are made for entertainment. These are simply made for the enjoyment of the audience. These movies don't really have anything to say specifically, except, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. These movies are typically easier to watch and have more rewatch value. In short, they're movies that make money. And when it comes to movies that only exist to entertain, there's no other genre that fits the bill other than action. We all love a good action movie, where some big buff action hero runs around shooting bad guys, driving motorcycles and helicopters and walking away from explosions. Now I know I've just given the most cliche example of an action movie ever, but to be honest with you, that's like how 90% of all bargain bin action films go. It's always about either some ex-soldier who just wants to live a quiet life, but some evil bad guys won't leave him alone, so he has to hunt them down, or about some hot-headed cop who needs to stop some psycho criminal from exacting his revenge. So, pretty much Steven Seagal's whole career. Now, I say that action is the most greatest form of entertainment out there, but that's only because it's so easy to enjoy mindless action. It's fun to just switch off your brain and watch some random action film. They're the most approachable movies out there. Anyone can enjoy them. But while there is a lot to love about action as a genre, I can't say that it is not without its faults. First of all, it's easily the most oversaturated genre out there. There's been hundreds upon hundreds of action movies over the years, and while there can be good, fun, and even great action movies, 99% of them are just the same movies with the same plots and sometimes even with the same actors. And that's a reason why these films aren't seen as great works of art. They're not original works created by creative people trying to tell a story. They're just the same unoriginal, effects-heavy, copy-pasted pile of shit made by people who don't care or appreciate the art of film and only do it to make money. And believe me, these movies make money. Action films are some of the highest-grossing movies of all time, and that's another reason for all the hate these movies get. When it comes to general audience, they completely overshadow the others. Like, imagine working on a movie that you put your life and soul into, your blood, sweat and tears to create a masterpiece, and it gets into theatres for all to see, only to be overshadowed by Fast and Furious 50. It's a bit of a piss take, honestly. And now I'm not saying that action movies are completely devoid of depth. I'm not going to sit here and act like every action movie ever is just mindless action and explosions, just visual white noise. Because if that was the case, all these movies would be interchangeable. There's a reason why some of them get left in the dust while others stand the test of time. For every 10 bog-standard action flicks, there's one Speed or Die Hard. Movies that very much perfected the action genre and its tropes, with a mix of fun characters, great acting, and competent direction to make the cream of the crop. And aside from all that, action is without a doubt the most versatile genre out there. I know what you're thinking, didn't I just talk about how cliche action can be? And while yes, that's true, to understand where I'm coming from, you're gonna have to look at it from a different way. When I say that action is the most versatile genre, I mean less as like a genre and more like a little extra added flavouring to a movie. Action can go in anything. An action sci-fi, action horror, action fantasy, action comedy, action thriller. Every other genre can use a little bit of action. What do people say when they come back from a movie and they felt that it was boring? It could have used more action. Action is like the ultimate form of visual entertainment, but does that make it art? Well, that's tricky to answer. On the one hand, I feel artists have a point. Most action movies, while fun, don't really provide anything substantial, and that their works are very much overlooked for the empty, mindless entertainment of action. But on the other hand, I understand where the action men are coming from. Why does every movie have to be art? Why does every film have to be a groundbreaking achievement in cinema? Why can't a movie just be entertaining, just be fun and enjoyable? Whatever happened to a simple watch? And if something sells, well, sell it. Action movies sell because they're fun and easy to watch. Maybe film snobs should get off their pedestals and realize that the filmmaking industry is just that, an industry. and that first and foremost is there to make money. But where do I fit in here? Well, call me agnostic, but I'm on the fence. I guess there really is a time and a place for everything. There are times where the art house, the thematic, the depth-filled passion projects can shine for all to see. And then there's times where we could just all sit back and enjoy some explosions. And to think that we have to pick a side is a bit silly. Because look at it this way. In 1993, the main man Steven Spielberg released two movies, Schindler's List and Jurassic Park. Schindler's List won the Oscar that year, while Jurassic Park has gone on to gross over $1 billion at the box office. Neither of these movies could achieve what the other did, and the fact that they were both made by the same man says a lot. It says that there's a time and a place for both art and action. Then we can all have fun going to the movies again. But that's just what I think. And if you'd like to, why not say what you think down in the comments below about action films and whether or not you're a fan of it. And if you don't mind subscribing, that'd be a great help too. With all that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.